The POCO X8 Pro Max and the POCO X8 Pro. What are the differences between these two smartphones in terms of performance and benchmarking test score results? Let's find it out, but before we start, if you are new to this channel, then do not forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get the notification for future uploads. The POCO X8 Pro comes with MediaTek Dimensity 8500 Ultra processor with Mali G720 GPU, and the POCO X8 Pro Max comes with MediaTek Dimensity 9500S processor along with Immortalis G925 GPU. Both of them come with 12GB RAM. They're running on Android 16 with the same version of Xiaomi's HyperOS. So the only major difference between these two devices is in terms of CPU and GPU. So these are the benchmarking applications we got today here on our devices. We have already performed all of them to save our time, and we are going to have a quick look on the test score results directly. So first of all, let's start with AnTuTu Benchmark. So POCO X8 Pro comes with 2.198069 million points, and the POCO X8 Pro Max comes with 2.913755 million points. So as you can see, the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max, as it is scoring nearly 35% more points compared to what we are getting on POCO X8 Pro. If we go to the individual test score results, here you can compare the result of CPU, GPU, memory and UX, and as you can see in all of these four, performance of POCO X8 Pro Max is better compared to POCO X8 Pro. So in AnTuTu Benchmark, the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max. Now if you go to the AnTuTu AI Benchmark, here you can see that POCO X8 Pro Max scored 248,799 points, and POCO X8 Pro scored 202,679 points. So once again, the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max, and here you can compare the individual test score results, and as you can see in all of these three, performance of POCO X8 Pro Max is better. So when it comes to AnTuTu AI benchmarking, once again the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max. Now if we go to the Geekbench 6, this test is divided in CPU and GPU, and the CPU test is divided in single core and multi-core. So the POCO X8 Pro scored 1590 in single core and 6607 in multi-core, while the POCO X8 Pro Max scored 2629 in single core and 8388 in multi-core. So in both single core and the multi-core, performance of POCO X8 Pro Max is better. Now if you go to the GPU test, in this, POCO X8 Pro scored 13,121 and POCO X8 Pro Max scored 20,635. So all tests of Geekbench 6, the GPU test and two tests of the CPU part, the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max, and as you can see, most of the time we are getting around 30 to 40% better performance from POCO X8 Pro Max compared to the POCO X8 Pro. So now let's go to the 3D Mark. So this is a GPU benchmarking test, and this is also divided in multiple parts. So if you go to the Still Nomad Lite, in this POCO X8 Pro scored 1254 with 9.29 average FPS, and POCO X8 Pro Max scored 2326 with 17.23 average FPS. So in Still Nomad Lite, the winner is POCO X8 Pro. In the Solar Break Stream, the POCO X8 Pro scored 678 with 4.74 average FPS, and POCO X8 Pro Max scored 784 with 5.49 average FPS. So once again, the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max. Now the next one is the Solar Bay. In this, the POCO X8 Pro scored 5,849 with 22.24 average FPS, and POCO X8 Pro Max scored 9,239 with 35.13 average FPS. So once again, in Solar Bay as well, performance of POCO X8 Pro Max is better. Now if we go to the Wildlife Extreme, in this POCO X8 Pro scored 4318 with 25.86 average FPS, and POCO X8 Pro Max scored 5955 with 35.66 average FPS. So once again, the winner is POCO X8 Pro Max. And now if you go to the last test, that's the wildlife, and in this, as you can see, both of these devices, they're totally maxed out because they are pretty powerful for this test. But if you have a look here in the performance monitoring section, you can see the frame rate generation was 54 FPS to 100 FPS on POCO X8 Pro, and on POCO X8 Pro Max it was 79 FPS to 151 FPS. So if you take the average of it, once again you can see it's going to be better on POCO X8 Pro Max. So in all of these individual tests of 3D Mark, in all of them, performance of POCO X8 Pro Max is better compared to the POCO X8 Pro. And it's the same thing in all of the previous benchmarking tests like the AnTuTu Benchmark, AnTuTu AI Benchmark, and the Geekbench 6. POCO X8 Pro Max is performing better compared to the POCO X8 Pro because of the better CPU and GPU. But the POCO X8 Pro is also a pretty solid smartphone, especially considering its price segment, and does not matter which device you are going to buy, you will be totally happy with the performance of it, as both of them are very nice value for money smartphones. So which device you will prefer to buy based on your daily activities, gaming needs, etc. Feel free to share your feedback in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you found it useful, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Have a nice day.